What's going on? What's going on, good people? Here we got another episode of how many times do we gotta tell these people that people who are gamers, hell, let's just say the majority of people who watch movies, TV shows, and play video games, that they don't give a damn about exclusivity or inclusivity in the gaming or the media world. But you know, a lot of people who are like the Kotakus, the Sweet Baby Inks, will tell you that the majority of people want inclusivity in the media. And some more news outlets came out and said, yeah, we don't care about inclusivity whatsoever. So now we got this new article that came out on the 7th from Tech for Gamers that came out with a new study that said over 95% of players don't consider inclusivity important in gaming. So we had these people that does like games like the Concords and the Sweet Baby Inks, or I'm sorry, the Suicide Squads, and a whole bunch some other games like the Dustborns, and what was that game? Like what was that Steam game made by Sweet Baby Inc? It was some freaking SJW freaking dating sim. I forgot. I really don't care for it whatsoever. But when we try to tell some of these people that people don't really care about inclusivity in games, they just want some good games with some good writing, and you can have a whole bunch of characters from different backgrounds in it, as long as they are written right, then people will get behind it. Like you got a lot of people that who are white, they get behind people like Static Shock, Blade. Hell, even a whole bunch of people who was white, they got behind Falcon when he first came to the MCU, but now they got him playing freaking Captain America instead of like him being his own superhero like he was when he first came out. But you got these freaking higher ups that works for these certain industries, and they thinking that social media is an actual place to listen to some actual people that has some actual base takes when pertaining to including inclusivity in a whole bunch of media. And a lot of people said, no, we don't want this. We don't want, if we don't like these characters, it's not because we're an ist or a phobe. We don't like them because of how poorly written they are. It's like these companies just don't listen to that actual majority bias. They just listen to the small portion on social media that claims that they speak for every gamer out there that wants the whole more representation BS, right? So the Tech for Gamers, right, they did a poll. A recent poll indicates that over 95% of players don't care about inclusivity in games. Forcing inclusivity in video games has been a known culprit, leading them to failure. DEI, I don't know why they said it like this. It's just DEI. It's just DEI. That's all it is. Diversity. Fuck. What's the other one there? Diversity, inclusion, and inclusivity has become an unfortunate trend that has gradually been gaining more pace. Inclusivity is an unfortunate trend that has picked up the industry over the past few years. While having characters of different origins isn't anything bad, forcing a narrative is. Most fans share their opinion, as 95% of gamers voted that they don't care about inclusivity in gaming in a recent poll. Why it matters. Inclusivity has emerged as a proven culprit that ruins an entire game. We have had some clear examples in the past few years, including Concord, Suicide Squad, and more, and the backlash from the fans was quite apparent. And here's the thing, I've seen some news that apparently PlayStation is fixing Concord so they can re-release it, even though the game was reportedly a $400 million budget failure. But now they're gonna, I mean, that's for a different video, but now they're gonna try and fix it and make it free to play instead of charging $40. Yeah. So let's see. A different poll on Twitter shows similar results with nearly 10,000 votes. A whooping 97% of social media users voted against the importance of inclusivity. Now, inclusivity isn't a bad thing at all. In fact, it's always good to see characters from different origins, genders, and races in the game. But what's offsetting is the forced inclusivity narrative that pushes political agendas into gaming. Now, here's the thing, right? Like I said before, people don't care about if a person is black, white, gay, because I think there's some people who are, let's just say the grifters, right? They do like some gay or some black characters, Problem is, they don't like how they're written. Like, they're written as this, oh, we're better than you because of what we are, or where we came from, kind of thing, which is exactly what narcissists do. You know them rich folks that has this, oh, I'm better than you because I'm rich kind of thing, which, you know, a lot of people hate in certain characters. Apparently, they're now doing this with some certain, you know, minority characters, and they think that's a good idea to be like this, like what they did with there was this one character, like She-Hulk, right? She-Hulk, she literally became the Hulk, and apparently she was already better than Bruce Banner as the Hulk, even though it took years for Bruce Banner to become the Hulk at the way he is right now. But you know, you have these people who are in the freaking corporate higher ups. They say, oh, you don't like it? Then guess what? Don't buy it. And guess what? People don't buy it, and then they get pissed off, say, how come you guys didn't buy our game? You see, we knew y'all was some S and some phobes. Again, not contradicting themselves. This just like how Ubisoft is going through right now, where people don't buy their games anymore because most people have not really been feeling their games. Not because there ain't like anything that I said, but because their games are just lackluster and some poor writing. Like Star Wars Outlaws, right? Or how about and I gotta go back to this example, freaking Charlie's Angels, right? I like the Charlie's Angels with Cameron Diaz. Is that her name? Yeah, Cameron Diaz. I like the Charlie's Angels back then because those was some actual good representation of women. The first Wonder Woman with Gal Gadot, that was a great representation of women. Even though she was a guy, she felt like she had to help out because it's what she thinks she needed to do, not because she said, oh, all these men are weak. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you write an actual good female character. But you know, these freaking higher ups don't see that. They listen to these freaking people online, like the Alyssa McConaughey's, the freaking what's that chick from Sweet Baby Inc. Kim Belair. Yeah, Kim Belair, right? Yeah, they listen to those individuals thinking like, hey, listen to them, we have some more money coming in. But no, they end up losing money. Ubisoft is literally on his last leg, and there's some talks of them about to be bought out, right? That's literally how it is. For context, Suicide Squad killed the Justice League, introduced Mrs. Freeze in its last season. The character has a huge history in comics, movies, and TV shows, and has always been Victor Freeze or Mr. Freeze. The idea of changing that attracted a lot of criticism. Forced inclusivity was never a problem a few years ago, ever since consultation companies like Sweet Baby Inc. emerged. This unfortunate trend has been forced into the industry, ruining many great games. Sweet Baby Inc. has a bunch of notable names working with it, including Santa Monica, Xbox Game Studios, and Warner Brothers, Ubisoft, and more. The influence is quite visible in the recent titles as well. Square Enix should be appreciated for being pulled out of the list. Yeah, there was this one game called Forspoken, right? That was a game with this black female character where she was a known convict, and instead of like making her like an actual character that people could get behind, they made her into a insufferable know-it-all bitch. And Sweet Baby Inc. brought in some ideas that said, hey, do this or your game is going to be hurting in sales. And Square Enix said, you know what, we're done with this. We're pulling out away from Sweet Baby Inc. because Sweet Baby Inc. is making us lose money with these freaking half-baked characters that has no good writing whatsoever. So yeah, Sweet Baby Inc. pulled out from Square Enix pulled out from Sweet Baby Inc. Which is a good thing, you know, good thing. One of Sweet Baby Inc.'s employees even admitted that the company's goal is to burn the industry to the ground, indicating a massive threat to the gaming industry. Nonetheless, this trend needs to stop. Otherwise, we'll see a lot more big budget games fail poorly. So, this is the article that was referring to. Sweet Baby Inc. goal is to burn games industry to the ground and miss employees. Now, you would have the, you know, Alyssa McConaughey's and the Kim Belairs and the Sweet Baby Inc. So anybody that's working over there, or that one dude that was on Twitter trashing people for not wanting to buy that game. That one dating simulator game with all the freaking trans and SHW people. Again, they didn't care about that whatsoever. That game did so poorly that they don't even talk about it, or they don't brag about it on their own social media, which, you know, admit Admittedly, I'm blocked on all their social media accounts because they hate me, which is fine. But right now, people are just like, you know what? They don't see it that their own half-ass and bad writing is the reason why their game sales are not doing so well. So guess what? People are going to the indies like Steam. Hell, even some people go back to the Epic Game Store, even with how trash the Epic Game Store is. They still go towards, you know, the indie games that has better writing, and they are leaving the AAA industry gaming alone, which is fine because, you know, not everything has to be AAA gaming. Not everything has to have a big budget. Like Spider-Man 2 had a $315 million budget, and they only sold, last time I checked, 11 million sales. They could have had more sales if the game was $200 million, but instead it was $215 million. They would have had more money back in investment or in profits. But no, you had the Mary Jane missions. People hated in the first Spider-Man game, but they said, hey, keep the Mary Jane missions in, and let's see. We don't give a damn how overpowered she is if she's going against the Craven Hunters, who all their life have trained to be psychological killers. Yeah, we gonna have Mary Jane beat them with just a taser. Yes, that's literally what it was. But guys, a lot of people, now you can take this poll with a grain of salt because it is on Twitter, so you can take it with a grain of salt. Concord was shut down in less than 2 weeks. But once again, that's a video I'm gonna be making later on that says Sony is trying to bring them back. But yeah, a lot of gamers have in fact spoken. Like I said, it was a Twitter poll, so you can take it with a grain of salt. But guys, we are trying to tell these businesses we don't care about exclusivity. We actually think exclusivity could be good. We just want these characters to be written very well and written good. Like a lot of them like a lot of people like the Lara Crofts. They like the Resident Evil Claire Redfields, the Jill Valentines, hell, even the Ada Wongs. They like the characters like Samus Aran. They like characters like this, right? Hell, I was just playing Perfect Dark a couple last week, right? They want characters like that that's actually written well on the Xbox, right? But these gaming companies, mainly the Western ones, are not listening to the people that actually said, yo, we're the ones who actually buy your games, not these people. Okay? Give us some better running characters. That's all we want. But, you know, they won't listen. But like I said, people from different branches of the world in video games or in media can be good, as long as they're running right, like how they did with the Eternals. Instead of writing like an actual good characters, there was more about the inclusivity and how many people they can check a box from, right? That's what they was all for, which is why that movie sucked ass. But guys, let me know what y'all think about it in the comments below. If you guys like the video, like and subscribe to the video. I'm here on the next one. Peace.